welcome to our pod, and by that I mean on Wednesdays we read. I'm Hannah.
I'm Laura.
And we are two best friends who usually do a deep dive into a new book series, one book at a time. But today we are doing a knockout round of Indie Mission,
Bing, bing.
bitches. Laura's grandma just turned off the podcast because it occurs too early.
Whoops.
Oopsies. Today is a special bonus episode where we're picking which books we are covering June 4th through June 18th this summer. For people who have never joined us before, between each season, Laura and I cover an indie book that is picked a lot of times from voting, but the last two we have done these knockout rounds because it is a hellfire over on all the social media platforms.
It's just
and we
very
don't really
hard
know
to figure out where to go with voting and everything. And I think it was kind of becoming a little convoluted to have voting in so many places.
Yes.
And know where the most followers are going to be. So.
And I don't know, everyone seems to have mass exodus from Twitter, but I feel like BlueSky doesn't have its polling up quite yet. And so we're just in a weird amorphous space.
And I feel like not a lot of people have found us on BlueSky yet either. We don't have tons of followers over there. So if you're on BlueSky,
please follow
our
us.
pod.
Yeah. I need to post more there, but I have been posting a little bit more often there, making sure that we're keeping up to date on things. And, we do want to become more active there. So come join us over there. But yeah, we are covering an indie book. We have 12 options for us today. I want to run through them all. But then we will do a quick roll. It usually goes faster than we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But something interesting about these is they are all new picks. They are never before seen on our Indie Mission. So that's huge.
Well, and the other thing that's interesting about it is we decided to try and highlight an author who's a person of color.
Yes.
So all of these books are written by people of color.
And if anyone comes into our comments and they're like, that's unfair, a lot of white people have been highlighted.
I was going to say, we've done a lot of white people things. We are white people.
Yes,
we're
exactly.
definitely supporting the group.
And a lot of time we do fantasy. And so that lends itself to a lot of white people, authors for indie publishing. So this is one indie mission. You guys can calm down. This is not the only thing. And I don't know. I'm excited to read a book by different authors who we've never seen before, experienced before. That's important too. Although Laura has read one of the author's books, so that's exciting. I wonder if she'll root for it.
I mean, there's no telling how this random generator will go. So
I am the keeper, so she can't cheat. So. But first up, we have Fragment of a Fallen Star by Viano Oniomoh. And this is about Moira, who is ready to do anything to bring her parents back from the dead, even embark on a desperate trip across the sea in an attempt to find the missing pages of a spell to turn back time. She barely spent one night away from her island when she's nearly killed for being a magic, and now owes her life to the eccentric Nyla, another magic who apparently runs her own ship, and romance may be sparking. I love
that one sounds great.
This looks adorable. I'm looking at the cover.
And Hannah, I love a sea stories.
I was recently on TikTok, and there is an author I love named Cam, I think, and he was talking about Our Wives Under the Sea, which is one of my favorite novellas. And he was like, I read this for book club, and I didn't get it. I don't understand the appeal. That person was in the ocean for far too long. And he goes, I should preface this with, I hate oceans.
No, I love reading sea stories or ocean stories. And I started
cackling because I'm like, it's called Our Wives Under the Sea. What did you expect?
Yeah.
It's in the name. But this one, it looks like such a cute little romance. I love the idea of bringing back someone from the dead, turning back time. Yeah. This looks so rad. That
sounds amazing.
Pick. And then our next one, Laura has read something by this author, but it's called First Step by Tao Wong.
I read one of his cozy restaurant books, the hidden restaurant books, or nameless restaurant. Yeah. Nameless restaurant books, which was so cozy and fun and made me hungry. And I loved it.
That's amazing. Well, this one follows Long Ying, who never expected to join a sect or become a real cultivator. Some interesting world building. His days were spent studying, planting rice on the family farm, and spending time with his friends. Fate, however, has different plans for Wu Ying, and when the army arrives at his village, he and many other members of the village are conscripted. Given the opportunity to join the Verdant Green Water Sect, Wu Ying must decide between his pedestrian common life and the exciting blood-soaked life of a cultivator. This seems very more like it has a beautiful cover. I like the cover on this one as well. You guys
Here's
are
my thing.
knocking
I
it
know that
out.
this author has writing chops, so I'm positive this will be a good book because I know that Wong is a good writer.
I'm pretty
And
sure it's a brick of a book. That's the only thing that has me nervous.
well,
But we've read bricks before and they're good. So,
and I wouldn't be totally surprised there might be an audiobook for this because I know that he has
oh,
audiobooks for some of his other ones. So,
interesting. All right. Well, hey, I love a good indie audiobook. I recently did
because
that and
Emily
it was
Wu
a lot of
Zeller
fun.
narrated the Nameless Restaurant book that I read.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to
Mhm.
check that
Big
out.
fan.
The next on the lineup in the left column of our Indie Mission Knockout is In the Shadow of Ruin by Tony Debajo. King Jaid Adolani has ruled the lands of the Yoruba in West Africa for many peaceful years, but now his kingdom is in turmoil and the cold grasp of death's embrace is closing in around everything he holds dear. Facing overwhelming military might and dark forces that he cannot comprehend, Jaid must, or Jida, I bet, must either choose to ignore the warnings of the gods and seek help from those who also practice dark arts, or risk losing his kingdom. This has a lot of stuff I like to
I
see,
think
which
he's
is
gonna risk losing his kingdom.
I think it's interesting because it's just like one of those things. I always like a non-Western fantasy, and so
Yeah.
I'm very interested in the West Africa of it all,
Mm-hmm.
and like coming in with the king. And I'm going to preface this. Apologies if I butcher your
Character
characters' names.
names.
It was not my fault, and I can be
I
corrected
mean, we
without
don't
my ego
know
getting
how to say
involved.
them.
Their character names. We will figure it out. I do apologize. It could be my fault. Actually, just blame me that I misspoke. But if you want to correct me, please do. I'm happy to be corrected. The next book in our lineup is Thorn by Intisar Khanani. I have seen this book around, and I
Okay.
think seeing it around means great things. So, between her cruel family and the contempt she faces at court, Princess Illyria has always longed to escape the confines of her royal life. But when she's betrothed to the powerful Prince Kestrin, Illyria embarks on a journey to his land with little hope for a better future. When a mysterious and terrifying sorceress robs Illyria of both her identity and her role as a princess, Illyria seizes the opportunity to start a new life for herself as a goose girl. I want to find out what a
A
goose girl
goose
does.
girl.
A goose girl? We're gonna find out what a goose girl does. Seems like she hangs out with gooses. And geese. Geese.
Or geese, as they
Or
are also
geese.
referred
They're also called geese.
to.
I'm not a goose girl. I can't be expected to know that. I was not
I'm
expecting Goose Girl with the plot.
no, like that caught me off guard a little bit. I was
Yeah,
like, I was thinking like, oh, her identity is removed. Like, how is
she
her
has to
identity
fight for her.
removed? Like,
I also love a
what?
princess who's like, all right, peace out. I guess someone else is taking over for me. That's amazing. It's not like I have to fight for my country. It's like, I think I'm going to go hang out with a goose.
I'm really interested in the goose of it all,
I
honestly. Like,
know.
Hannah, you know I like bird watching and playing Wingspan. Like, how many points is this goose worth? Like,
Laura might be putting her betting behind Thorn to find
is
out what a goose girl does.
is this a Clark's geese? Like,
That's
5
amazing.
points in Wingspan.
I love it. All right. The next one is Odd Blood by Azalea Crowley. This is a horror novel, so a little bit different for us.
Hmm.
Stuck. That's what Josephine Pujamula felt like. A burnout millennial on the verge of losing her housing, her roommate, and maybe even her best friend. It made perfect sense to go to a Halloween party, ignoring her feelings, and spend the time searching for apartments instead. A chance. She hadn't expected meeting him. A man in a vampire costume took a hard fall in
Oh
front of
no.
her. Against her better judgment, Josephine is determined to make sure the stranger makes their way safely home. Alarm bells in her head be damned. Might be a vampire book, Laura.
It sounds like a vampire book.
Oh
We know
no.
that Laura doesn't like a vampire book.
I mean,
However,
you're picky with vampire
I
books. That
am
doesn't mean
picky
you
with
don't
vampire.
like
That's
them.
true. I
You're
like the
picky.
occasional vampire book, but
And
they
guess
make me
what?
nervous. They
Guess
make
what?
me
It's
nervous.
going head to head with the other vampire book.
Oh,
This was
good.
not picked. Hannah did this at random, guys. Hannah has a number
Just a
generator.
question though, was
She,
this a fantasy horror before we get off of this one? Is
I
this a
believe it's a
fantasy
fantasy
horror?
horror.
Okay.
Yes. And so, just so we all know a little bit of the backstory, Hannah does not pick these just saying that one looks good. Hannah has a bunch of ones from a list,
Hmm.
and I roll numbers until every slot is filled. And that
Hmm.
is how I take care of this. So, it
Hmm.
was not intentional that two vampire books went up against each
It
other.
just happened.
But
Yeah.
that's what we have with Seattle Slayers by Ken
Okay.
Babel and Julia V.
Awesome name.
I know. It might be Bebelle, but like even even cooler.
Yeah.
So your last name rocks, Ken. Good job. And Ken's great.
I was
He
talking the
follows
name of
us
the
on,
book.
oh, Seattle Slayers. You just like the,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you thought about Ken Bebelle. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he has a really good last name.
Title of the book is awesome, is
Well,
what I was talking about.
I also like the plot because Roxy's got two hammers, a bit of breaker magic, and the
Hmm.
deathbed promise she made to her father. Great. The Seattle Slayers, an elite cadre of fighters dedicated to protecting the city, is having their trials for new initiates. My dad was a Slayer, one of the best. I thought his legacy might give me an edge in the trials, but I was wrong. If anything, it made them harder on me.
Hmm. Okay.
You know what? I kind of here
I'm
for
willing
modern
to
Slayer tellings. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'm willing to be open-minded about these vampire stories.
Laura's going to give you guys a fair shot, okay?
I will
But
give you a
that's
fair
all.
shot.
But she can't be asked for more. Okay, the next one, and now we're in the right bracket. Seventh
Okay.
Cadence by Jim Wilbourne. After a supernatural and unforeseen calamity shatters the tentative alliance with the Five Realms, the Deserin Dominion has returned to take back their homeland and restore their oppressive regime. As the Dominion readies their troops for invasion, the fate of their entire world rests in the hands of a fugitive science, a powerful pacifist, and an unseasoned prince with little to guide them but their own ideals. With the freedom of a kingdom at risk, each must find their place in a world torn asunder. Dun,
Okay, I
dun,
dig
dun.
that.
I
It
know that's like really. I think this one might be a brick as well, just so you guys know.
it kind of
Full
sounds like a more
disclosure.
magic-y Game of Thrones a little bit. Like,
Oh, I
you know
love
what
that.
are you getting that vibe as well? Like that
Yeah.
when you were saying that, like about the like five realms, and I was like,
Unseasoned prince, powerful pacifist, fugitive
yeah.
scientist. Those are
I'm like, we're
very
getting
Game
all
of
these
Thrones.
different. Yeah, that's what I was kind of feeling there. I'm like, that sounds more
Oh,
magic-y Game of Thrones, but I
well,
should
and they
stop doing comps. Like
I
I
do them all the
always
time and it drives me nuts. I'm beta reading for a friend of mine in my editing group and I keep being like, this is like Dresden File, but better. And I'm like, he has got to be so sick of me being like, this is like Dresden Files, but I like it more.
You know what? So many
Um,
people love Dresden Files. That's a high compliment.
I know exactly. It's a very fun book. I can't wait for it to be published. I mean, I'm reading it and hopefully I get to
Mhm.
make it better, but like it's very good. So I will make sure to plug that when
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
publishes it. But Seventh Cadence is going up against They Came in the Night by Ravi Novais. Ashes to ashes, blood to blood, Zara's life was never meant to be ordinary. Hidden at birth, shielded by her Nephilim aunt. I love a Nephilim. I'm here for a Nephilim. That is a random Hannah fact. Love a good Nephilim.
Okay, can I
Uh,
tell you? I have no idea what you're talking about.
oh, Nephilims. They're like half angel, half human.
Oh, okay.
So,
I have
so
no recollection of like reading anything with one of those.
oh gosh. So there was a TV show about Nephilim. And there are Nephilim. The Nephilim are mysterious beings or humans in the Bible, traditionally imagined as being of great size and strength, alternately being powers of authority. They are in the Book of Enoch, and they view them as the
Okay.
offspring of rebellious angels and humans. And there was a TV
Interesting.
show with the guy from Vampire Diaries where he was a Nephilim, and it was on ABC Family.
Hmm.
And it
They had such
rocked.
random shows on there.
Oh my God. It was called Fallen and it starred Paul Wesley. And it was a
It's
series
probably on
and
Hulu right
it was
now,
oh, I'm
actually.
sure. And it was made from a TV a novel series by Thomas Nagoski. And it was broken into three parts. And it was like he was a Nephilim. And like at the end, you find out he was Lucifer's child. Cause like
Ooh,
obviously. And it
yeah.
had Bryan Cranston in it. I did not know that. But
Bryan
whoever
Cranston
did
is prolific.
yes, he has been in beautiful dramas such as The Fallen,
And
ABC
he has also
Family.
played Elaine Bennis's
Oh,
boyfriend on Seinfeld. So he's been all over the spectrum of acting.
you know what? This was a mini series, so we could cover it like it's movies. Like I didn't
Let's do
realize
it.
that, but I freaking love Nephilim. So I'm here for They Came in the Night by Ravi
I was gonna
Novais,
say, I
which is
know what one
about
Hannah's pulling for.
her Nephilim aunt. She grew up with the under knowledge that her reality was a fragile facade. The paranormal pulsed beneath her skin. The night of her 25th birthday, glad it's not a 15-year-old's birthday, just
Yeah.
because, shatters the fragile equilibrium. A deadly accident unveils her lineage and a sinister legacy. Laura got to learn about what a Nephilim is, everyone. Great. Thank you so
I
much,
like to be
Robbie.
educated.
All right, next up is Heavenly Sword by Alice Poon. Alice has been lovely. Like she retweeted on Twitter and on BlueSky about us doing
Oh,
this. She
thanks,
was
Alice.
so sweet. Set in a world of human conflicts, fantastical martial arts, sorcery, and celestial magic, all things Hannah loves, Alice Poon's debut fantasy follows a martial maiden's heartbreaking adventures in her quest for love and justice. The goddess Shangyi is sent to the mortal world to stop the skywolf Zhu Di's plan to usurp the throne. Reborn as Tang Sair, a simple village girl, her celestial mission requires her to learn special martial arts skills. But in order to achieve unrivaled mastery, she must battle against her growing feelings for a member of the evil tyrant's court.
Okay, that one sounds fantastic.
That sounds
like
so
I love
good.
mythology, so that sounds like
Again, non-Western culture.
For me.
We're getting like some great like non-Western, very different types of books, which is the whole point of doing this miniseries. So thank you all for coming to play. The next up is Gunmetal Gods by Zamil Akhtar.
Oh, yes.
They took his daughter, so Micah comes to take their kingdom. Great opening.
I have this book on my Kindle, full confession, that
Perfect.
I have not read. I'm terrible.
But hey, you own it. That's a huge
I already
step.
got it. So I'm set if it wins.
50,000 gun-toting paladins march behind him, all baptized in angel blood, maybe Nephilim blood too, thirsty to burn unbelievers. Only the Janissaries can stand against them. Their living legend, Kiva, once beheaded a magus amid a hail of ice daggers. But ever since his wife disappeared, he spends his days in a haze of hashish and poetry. To save the kingdom, Keva must conquer his grief and become the legend he once was. But Micah writes his own legend in blood, and his righteous conquests will stop at nothing. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, obviously this has been on my radar.
Yeah.
I liked the description enough that I bought it already. I'm just overwhelmed by my TBR and such a mood reader.
Obviously. I have like 5 books I'm reading currently right now. The next one is What Doesn't Kill You by R.N. Barbosa. Gideon's never seen eye to eye with the law, but when he typically got into trouble, it was over something he'd actually done. These angel cops, love how much angels are popping up in these. Thank you all.
Are you getting Dresden vibes from this?
Oh, yes, obviously. What doesn't kill you? It's Dresden. And gosh, but it looks better. Like
probably less cringy.
The front cover is like beautiful. It's like bold colors. They're like pink and turquoise, and it's like two things hand holding.
Indie authors get better covers.
They do. You guys know what you're doing. So these angel cops are even less forgiving than the human ones. Oh, ACAB. Wrongfully convicted by the order of the First Blade, he's condemned to Gehenna, a nightmare dimension reserved for criminals and monsters. This is like a better Dresden Files.
Yeah, it sounds
just like the book I'm beta reading. So amazing. I can't wait to read it. A Heart to Hold by Sula Sullivan. This is where we take a sudden turn, where we go right into romantasy. So I threw it in. I'm excited. Harmony has it all. Apple has nothing left to lose. A chance meeting changes everything. Having none of the normal inducements to marriage, Harmony Worth is content to enjoy her family's fortune, meddle in the lives of her 7 older brothers, and master her passion for brewing mead, just like Snow White. With wealth, beauty, and wit, there's not much she wants for, or so she thinks. Apple Forthright is many things: a diviner, an illusionist, a potion master, and most importantly, they're a person on the run, intent on surviving on their charms and staying in the shadows to avoid their wicked mother. The last thing Apple planned to do was fall in love. With their love blossoming as Apple's evil mother is on the hunt, can they learn to lean on each other, or will their happily ever after be poisoned? We have a Snow White remake, everyone.
You know what I was like, Apple, like a Snow White retelling?
But it seems fun. It seems a little queer. I'm here for it. So thank you, Sulu Sullivan, for giving us I think one of our first romantasy, romantic.
I was just gonna say, is this gonna push
thing.
me over the edge? Is it gonna be extra spicy? Will I hit my threshold? Am I gonna hit my spice quota for the year?
For those who don't know, Laura has spice quotas, and it's usually taken up by Bridgerton's.
Yep, Bridgerton hasn't come out yet this year, so there's time.
I never finished Bridgerton season 3 because I got angry at it. So
you know what? That one didn't have me hit the spice quota.
Yeah, it wasn't that spicy. So,
Well, I still
all
had time
right.
to consume more things.
So, if you all remember, we're going to go through this. We have knockout rounds. It goes 2 against 2, and then 3 against, three, and then the final 2 against 2 will go against each other. So, first up, we have Fragment of a Fallen Star, which, if we remember, is our swashbuckling one, and First
Hmm.
Step by Tao Wong, which Laura has read before, or hasn't
Man,
read, but she's
see,
read one
this
of
is
his.
the thing where I'm like, I would like to read another of Wong's work because I'm like, I really enjoy his writing, but then I'm like, but I
I
really
know,
love like a sea story with some pirates
I know.
or just like sea creatures.
It's gonna be
This is
hard.
difficult.
Laura, do you want me to share my screen with you while we watch do
Yes,
this
that would be
part?
fantastic
Perfect. Let me share my screen so Laura can watch this happen in real time.
because I'm just like in such suspense at the moment that I can't even see what's going on.
All right. Are you able to see?
No.
Oh, what about now?
There we go. Now I
Okay,
got it.
perfect. All right. So if you can see, it has decision A or B, and I get to roll. So I'm going to roll B. It is Tao's book,
Taos moves
A
forward.
Thousand
Okay, I
Live, The
do
First
really
Step.
like all of these covers, just saying. I'm
They're
looking at them
so
now.
pretty.
Wow.
Yeah, look at how I've been
These
watching them, and I'm like, this is gorgeous.
like not to knock some of our previous indie mission competitors, but
Dang.
these specific covers are fantastic.
Hmm. Well,
Wow.
we're sorry to see Fragment of a Fallen Star go by. We will probably be reading it because that book sounds like it
Yeah.
rocks. All right, the next up is In the Shadow of Ruin versus Goose Girl herself, Thorn.
Okay. Not gonna lie. Goose Girl, please.
Oh, and it's Goose
Goose Girl!
Girl. Laura's heart is happy, guys. Goose Girl made it to live another day. So sorry to In the Shadow of Ruin. We would have loved to read that book. Again, West
You
African.
really should
I'm
have
here
mentioned
for it.
geese.
They're so, but like Goose Girl was just, it was in
Just
Laura's heart. It was in her
anytime you
soul.
mention geese, I'm in.
Well, Laura also is a hobby farmist. Again, for people who are just tuning in, because like there are new
And
people
a
who have never
birder.
been part of
So
these. Yeah, and she's a birder. So
I
it
just
was,
like birds.
I was pulling for it in the Shadow of Ruin, but I also am a best friend who loves to see my best friend happy. So I was glad that Thorn got pushed through.
Also, I'm just saying, like, Goose Girl, just I'm intrigued.
I know.
I
Well,
need to
next
know.
up is Odd Blood versus Seattle Slayers, which is also the Stakes and Bones series, which is why it's a little
Okay,
bit confusing.
so
Um,
these are the vampire ones,
these are
correct?
the vampire ones, correct?
Okay,
So, decision A or decision B? What will it be? Decision
here we
B.
go.
Well, straight for
Which
us
one?
is decision B. It was Seattle Slayers, Stakes and
Okay,
Bones. So,
Stakes and Bones
guys,
series.
we got some rad choices for round
Okay, I
two
just got to
on the
see
left
here.
hand
What is
side.
this cover down here in the what doesn't kill you? Is that what it is?
That was the one that you were like dressed in files. That was the one with
Yeah,
like the
that
henna.
cover is
That one is,
badass.
I told you, it rocks. So this is Laura's first experience.
Also,
The
these
next one,
top two are great covers as well.
I
Wow.
love the seventh cadence and they came at
Yeah.
night. Like they came at the
Those
night. Those
those
two
are
look
fantastic
so
covers.
similar.
I
Well,
have
we
seen
actually,
Gunmetal Gods cover before, and that one's great too. Yeah, all of
it's
these covers, I
beautiful.
can't get over them.
Decision A or decision B. We've been getting a ton of decision
Why
Bs.
are
I
there
feel
so
like
many
it's time
decision
for,
Bs?
I don't know.
Is this random?
Oh, but we got a decision B again. This is rude, but they
Interesting.
came at night. You are
Okay.
headed to the second one. I feel like now it's just like we don't want decision A to think that we're cheating, but Laura is watching
But
me roll, so
I'm watching it
it's
and I don't
happening.
see any
So
cheating.
let's make sure. And then the next up is The Heavenly Sword by Alice Poon versus Gunmetal
Mm.
Gods by Zamil Akhtar. So both
Maybe
of
I'll
these
actually
look,
knock one off my TBR.
oh no, but it's Gunmetal Gods. It's another B. We're just getting
What
so
is
many B.
happening?
I don't know, but this is random. Like I did test it many times,
Weird.
guys. And then What Doesn't Kill You or Heart to Hold. Let's see. And it's B again. This is weird.
Interesting.
But hey, I mean, like, it's good because I don't want people to be like,
Yeah,
oh, they've given
no.
so many Bs. Mine is
Yep.
definitely out. But also, I feel
Well,
bad
now we're
because
adding
A,
in a
it's
third
like,
option, so it's
yeah,
gonna
so now
change
it's,
things.
or decision C, if I could spell. Not that it matters. I don't know
I
why I
was
was
gonna say it
correct
doesn't
myself
really
on things that,
matter.
like,
You could put in blah blah blah
all
and
right, so in slot A, we have 1,000 lie, the first step, which is part of the
Mhm.
1,000 Lie series. We have
Okay.
Thorn, Goose Girl, and we have Seattle
Goose Girl.
Slayers, Stakes and Bones.
Oh
So
man.
we're rolling, and it's decision A. It's a
Ooh,
thousand.
Tao's going on.
Oh Dang, I was not expecting that. I was expecting another decision B. I'm so
You know
sorry. The
what?
first decision B to lose was
I'm
Goose
still buying
Girl.
Thorn.
I mean, yeah, Laura's
I
getting it.
need the Goose Girl.
And then They Came in the Night by Ravi Novais, Gunmetal Gods by Zamil Akhtar, or A Heart to Hold by Sula Sullivan. What is it gonna be? Oh, it's A again. It's
A
They Came in the
again.
Night.
Okay.
Okay, so as a reminder for everyone who's been listening,
Let's kind of talk about the genres of these just again
yes.
for these final two.
So First Step by Tao Wong is kind of militarist historical type thing. He is about a person who wanted to live on his farm, study and plant rice, but war had a different story, and he has
I'm
to
getting
join
like Poppy
a
War
sect.
vibes a little bit,
A little bit. I think
but
it's a
maybe
little
not as
bit.
fantastical.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as fantastical.
But it's hard to
Um,
say because I think Wong is a fantasy author, if I'm
right.
remembering right.
And then we have They Came in the Night by Ravi Novais, which is about this is
Oh,
about the
it's the Nephilim one, Hannah.
Nephilim. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. So this is about someone who her life was never meant to be ordinary. It's about her kind of coming into her own. So but like older than we're used to. Like 25 is usually not the like young
I mean,
adult
that's
like
an
type
old maid.
thing. I don't mean it like that, but I mean like it's not what we're used to. Like usually it's like 16-year-old or something like that. So these are two very
Okay.
different books. All right, you know what? We're gonna do decision A or decision C. So we're just taking B off the table.
Oh,
I
okay.
deleted B. So it's decision A or
Wow.
decision C. And
This is a whole
now
new
we're also
ball
doing a
game
little bit
now.
of a switch up because They Came in the Night, even though it's on the right bracket, it is on the
Is the
top
A
when
now.
we do. So it's A. And then Tao
Yeah, they
Wong's The
swapped
First Step
places.
is decision C. So that's
Okay.
pretty big news. And are we ready for the final? Can we get a
Let's do it. I can't do the
Oh, it's decision A. It's They Came in the
They
Night by
came in the
Ravi
night, the
Nova.
Nephilim one.
I
Hannah,
honestly, I feel like I manifested this by
you
saying,
manifested this.
here's the thing. Hannah never shares that she really loves something. Like, there's not very often. I'm usually a pretty cool cucumber about stuff. So me being like, I really love Nephilim, I feel like the universe is like, well, we have to give her that one. So we will be covering They Came in the
I'm
Night by
curious to
Ravi Novais. I haven't heard of this one before. I'm
okay,
really excited to
blow that
read
cover up. Let
about
me
it.
see that.
Okay, so we are going
Sorry.
to, no, you're totally fine, but it's like a beautiful like bat with like
But there's
money
money.
burning. I know. This is like more modern than I think we're used to for an indie mission.
Interesting.
This will be very new for us. I'm very excited. I think it'll
Okay.
be like a little bit darker. I'm gonna pull it up on
Yeah.
Goodreads to see what people are saying about it so that we
Yes.
can give you guys a little bit
Is this the one that you
more.
said that you've seen places?
No, that was Goose Girl.
Goose Girl. You know what? Not shocked.
Oh, and the original cover is like a little bit
Oh
like
yeah, that one's way
darker.
different.
Um, so I'm excited for like the re-release of this like Bats.
Oh, high
Oh my
ratings.
gosh, high ranking. So it's not super ranked. There's about 27 rankings, but it's a 4.26.
Well, it has
Um,
4.26 score for
yeah,
five. Like a lot of people have given it 5 stars, so that's
yeah.
really great.
And so we have like I went into this book with the barest of bones. I only knew that there was a werewolf muscle mommy, and that was it. I don't think I
What?
knew there was a werewolf mommy muscle.
What?
I know. This is a werewolf story, Laura. Uh-oh. Uh
You know, I'm not as bothered by
and it's a
werewolves.
vampire. So oh my gosh, I
Okay,
slid
this has
under
got a lot of
there.
things going on.
Oh. It's polyamorous in nature.
Okay.
Uh that's fun. This has hot NB witch vibes. Werewolf
What?
daddy. Laura, I think we're gonna hit your spice limits.
Wow.
Ooh, this is
This
intense.
is, you know what? This is very different from a lot of the other indie mission books that we've covered. So I'm thrilled.
I know, and it's a pretty new book, it seems. It seems like it would just came out. So this is
Did
awesome.
it
Oh
really?
yeah,
When did it come? Oh, yeah,
October
in
30th,
October.
2024.
Oh,
So this
yeah.
is pretty new for us. I don't think we've ever had something this new
It is a
before.
chunker, though, 549 pages.
Oh my gosh.
This is
So
a chunker.
Ravi, I really hope we can get in contact with you. I can't wait to read this book. As
Yeah,
part of
this
this,
sounds
we
great.
we do usually do a raffle of the book. So make sure
Yeah,
you're following
giveaway.
along to figure out how to enter the giveaway. We want to make sure that we're supporting this author. Ravi, we'd love to have you on at the conclusion of this as
Yes.
Laura discusses all of the things that come with
Laura
reading
discusses,
spicy.
Hannah, you're
I
gonna be
mean,
here
I'm just saying,
too.
like, you're not used to being a spicy reader, so this will
Oh,
be
yeah, no.
something a little new
I
and
can
different for
handle
you.
it.
Uh,
Oh, it's
but
pronounced Javi? Is that what it
uh,
says?
Ravi. Oh, Javi. Yeah, they, them. Oh, well,
Okay. Javi,
Javi
they are
is
a
a queer
queer
Latinx
Latina
author.
author. Awesome.
I love it. We can't wait to read this, Javi, and we apologize for mispronouncing your name throughout the entirety of this episode. But we,
You know what? I'm sure that wasn't the only mispronunciation that we had. So
but like,
apologies to everyone. But
yes, apologies to everyone. But this sounds like it's going to be good, and
not
we
suited for
can't
wonder
wait.
18.
Ooh, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
have to
have to
put.
check that little E when I
Yes,
upload
we
the
will.
episodes.
Ooh, ooh,
I
ooh.
always do because I just
Because
I
Hannah curses a lot.
want to protect people from us,
But
protect the
that's,
world from Hannah and I.
I mean, what are you gonna do? But I can't wait to read this. Thank you so much. And,
Oh, scroll
follow
up a
along.
minute there.
Yeah.
I just want to check out their other covers.
This is for a halfway to Halloween giveaway that they're doing right now, it
Uh,
looks like.
so that's
Um,
not their other books.
no,
Okay.
it doesn't look like it's their other books. I'm on their
Oh, okay.
website, which you can find at hobbynovais.com.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, they have tons of stuff.
they have
Tote
some
bags and
like
everything.
Bad
Cool.
Brujas t-shirts and little stamps
Mugs.
and things and
Oh, cool.
pins. Oh my gosh. There are some trigger warnings up here, so you can check out Javi's
Yeah, yeah,
website
yeah.
if you want to see what's going on. They Came in
This
the
one
Night is
sounds
a
good.
queer adult paranormal why choose dark romance that features a plus-size female main character, genderqueer love
Wow.
interests, supernatural crime family, dark themes, and more. So I'm here for it. Sounds like a
I
great
dig it
time.
because it's so different
I
than other
know.
things that we've covered.
This will be very new
I
for
really like
us.
mixing it up.
I know, me too. I'm really excited about this. This will be really good. So, follow along with us in June. Next month we are covering Oathbound by Tracy Dion, so that we
So
can
good.
host the giveaway, so that we can prepare to read this 500 plus page book
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right in time for Mega May. So, you can join me over on Mega May at brews.and.books, where we read 500 plus page books, and this is
And
a
your
great
Discord,
option
Hannah.
for you. And I do
Don't
have a
forget to
Mega May
plug that Discord.
Discord. So make sure you're following along there, or you can join us at our Discord, because we have a Discord as well. And we do discuss
Yes.
Indie Mission over there. So please follow us on the Brews and Books
And our
Discord.
other stuff
Oh,
too. And whatever you want to
our
discuss.
Discord.
If you
Yeah.
want to chat with us about anything, we're there to chat. Unfortunately, we're not a
Yes.
super active group because Hannah and I are introverts and need people
Yeah.
to talk
Well,
to
and we're
us first.
busy, and yeah, it just gets a little bit hard. But we are really excited to see all this stuff coming up. Or follow us over on Blue Sky.
Yeah, I'm thrilled about this.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear more about this book. So, uh, thank you all for following along, and join us next week as we cover the first. I haven't decided of Oathbound, because I was like, oh yeah, we'll break it up into chapters. And
Hmm.
that's an insane amount of reading for the first 21
Yeah.
chapters. It's too many. So make sure you're following
Yeah.
us at ourpod.com. We will release which chapters we'll be covering, but we'll cover the first like 250 pages of
Cool, cool.
Oathbound. So join us then. Follow us on all the social media platforms we exist on, and we can't wait to discuss more with you soon. Bye.
Bye.